I try to sit someplace different every time, give me a new view.
Different perspective.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all right, John will not be here in minutes yet. I showed him the list. I said, all right, if you need me, call me. I'll get around. But he didn't really, whatever's here, I can probably answer maybe poorly, but I'll wait my way through it. Okay, all right, first of all, Association of Towns, we got a letter from them. They're starting a workers' compensation program, source fund, whatever you want to call it. And I called Lynn and I called Joanna and I said, are they trying to take the business away from you or what? And they said, no, it's just they're starting it. They're sending these letters out to see who's interested. I said, well, we're not interested. So she said, all right. So I said, so I won't answer. I didn't. So that was the other one. Okay. Next, I don't know how many of you have been out there. I assume Wayne might have. The light at the corner of West Scott and Marshall Road is now fixed. Every year when I go to the Johnson's Christmas party, there's a couple that live on Marshall Road, and the man comes up to me and he's laughing. He says, you gonna fix that light? I forgot. So anyway, I called the power company, and I stopped one day and I wrote down all the numbers on the pool. Called them and talked to this nice young lady, gave her all the numbers, and I said, it's a ribbon light. I said, can you fix it? She goes, yes, it's one of ours, because I guess the numbers came with this, even one of their poles. I said, okay, good. And she said, give us a week to 10 days. After that, give us a couple more, then call back. But they fixed it. So I called the couple, and the wife answered the phone, and I said, the light on your corner is fixed, and she broke out laughing and said, yes, I know. I said, you know? She goes, yes, I passed it when I go to work. Okay, good, fine. Yeah. All right, she goes, oh, I'll tell my husband, oh, thank you so much. I said, you're welcome, no problem. Another happy too.
Growing up in this area, it's like, I think put a light on here,
Yes. Yes.
For years and years, you go down the road and you never see it.
Right.
And I remember my son in high school, he was rather upset when they put a line down through that, painted a stripe down it.
Okay.
He says, they've turned us into a city.
Well, I was surprised when they changed the light on the corner of Marshall and West Scott they put that LED light in, and it was the old kind of a gold brown light, the big lens on it. And I thought, something is wrong here. What is all this bright? Then I looked up, oh, Jesus. But then the better part was when, I don't think you were here then, they sent us a letter, National Grid called, and wanted to know if we wanted to take possession of all the streetlights. Yeah, this goes back to Mark. And Mark and I talked about it. He goes, what do you think? I said, no, absolutely not. And I said, I think they sent it to the village, and I don't know who else. And Mike was here at the time. Well, actually, Jess, I think Mike said yes. He was going to take over the streetlights.
Yeah, I mean, this all predates me.
Okay. And he said, what do you think? I said, bad idea. He goes, why? I said, first of all, we don't have the people that are trained to work on those things. And we don't have, like the equipment to get up there.
Right.
And they could be, I don't know if they still call it high tension lines. Who knows? I said, no, we're not doing it. Oh, and they told us, well, in order for you to do it, it's kind of like the thing with the electric meters. We'll give you a break on your rate. I said, I kind of thought you called it up. Yeah, how long? Yeah, maybe 6 months. So I said, no, we didn't do it. And we never did. And now so I just called them and, found out, just get the numbers off the pole. So anyway, but that's fixed.
So you can go to the party and not worry about it next year.
That's right. Oh, yeah. I think is it Nancy and Don? We don't? You know them?
No, I don't.
Okay. I didn't either until I actually had to call Linda and ask. I said, who's a couple on Marshall Road that you invite to the party? She goes, oh yeah. And I only see them there once a year, and they say to me, oh, how about that light?
And they single you out.
What the Waters house?
They did?
If they're right at the end of
Oh no. No, their last name is Guido, and I think they live a little farther north. Yeah, because Nancy, the wife, says she passes that light every morning when she goes to work. That's how come she moves out. Okay. but they're happy now.
You're here. For now.
Don't sound thing.
Doesn't last, right?
Okay, NYMIR renewal, this is our general liability policy. They're going to send us more information. They just sent us things saying, okay, it's up for renewal. Actually, I don't think it's due until March, but they do it early to get us going. And also they want to make sure that we're going to renew that clause about, was it the crime addendum to the policy that we added last year about theft and whatever. I said, okay, fine. There's already a rider on it for me and Hannah. I think it's like 20,000 or more, something like that, in case we have to, steal something from the town. So I thought, all right, well, that's fine, no problem. We haven't had to use it yet.
We don't want to be on the.
Me either. Okay, all right. County line water. I don't know if you remember, Tenny sent out a new assistant, and she came out, introduced herself, nice young lady, and she lives in Lockport, which is nice because Tenny lives way the other side of the other end of her district, whatever it is. And she said, "Oh, we're interested in small program or projects." I said, "Good, because we have County Line Road, which we'd like to do to finish off the town." Well, anyway, John and I got talking about it before the end of the year, and then just recently, and I sent this lady an email because I got her card. She came back the other day and said, "Oh yes, we'd be interested in looking at it and see if we can help you find." So I talked to John the other day. He said, "Okay." I copied him on the email. He said, "All right, I'll get back to her with numbers and that sort of thing and what we have to do." But he said at the moment he was doing something else, but we'll keep on it. And hopefully, next week, get it done this summer. See what happens. Okay. Sales tax apportionment, I think I put that in your draft, in your mailbox. Gives it for the county.
You sent it out.
Oh, okay, by email?
Yeah.
Okay. 41.51% went to the village. I think there was something else. But anyway,
So it's made up pretty good. We could take that for more percentage from Sheldon. So they've got a,
well, they're split. They
got a pretty good chunk of money.
Kid Marguerite was here. Kid Justin, I see. Oh, hi, Justin. Okay, so that came through. Annual financial reporting. We are, in fact, actually, this should also go along with number 10. We're doing the annual financial reporting to the state, and today I got an email from our auditors, or from Joanna, asking if March 19th would be good for our auditors to come in to do our audit, the one we pay for.
See, you jinxed it.
Was it?
You jinxed it. You said we have heard of it.
No, this is the comptroller's office.
Oh, okay.
These are our auditors.
Oh, all right,
Yeah,
okay.
the one we have to pay for.
Wait, yeah, I was just gonna say, let's be paid for it. That's right.
No, I still am, in fact, when these guys come in, I'm gonna ask them if they know anything. Because we still have not heard anything from the
No
comptroller's
news,
office.
good news.
Yeah, I know, so I'm thinking, all right, fine, so I'll keep you up on that. They usually come in and take over this room for a couple of days. Often do.
You feed them, that's the problem.
But
The auditors. No, the other ones come
the comptrollers,
Oh, yes.
or the comptrollers are the ones we pay for.
No, okay, then the ladies.
Oh, that's the voting. It's the ladies that live here for the polling station.
Oh,
That's where I bring the food. I bring in, it's either something from, coffee pot, or then I try to spread it around, it's also your Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons or whatever, and then I bring in lunch. Well, actually, I found out I'm continuing the tradition of hot waters.
oh, really?
He used to do it. I didn't know it. First year I brought in donuts, one lady looked at me, she said, "Oh, well, thank you for continuing the tradition." I said, "What tradition?" And she goes, "Oh, Bob and Barbara Waters used to come in and they bring me donuts." Oh, I didn't know that. So anyway, but.
Good for you.
No, I don't think you are.
Good for you, then.
You know, eat on your own, they get paid for it. Anyway, okay, next, the historian report, I believe was in your mailbox.
Yeah.
Okay, take a look at it. If it's okay, then we can prove it and we'll put it on the website. She asked me about it today. I said, oh, we're gonna meet tonight. Go from there.
How come she's deputy historian? That was, did you see that?
Yes, I saw that.
Why is she deputy? Isn't she our historian?
That's what
I
I
get
thought.
a little confused with sharing
Yeah,
Shelby.
yeah, no, you're right. I have to ask Hannah, because I thought she was our historian.
Yeah,
I'll have to ask her. Let me see.
okay.
Yeah, I wondered
Yeah,
about that.
maybe I'll stop in and talk to
Okay,
Shannon, yeah.
okay.
Hannah also, because that threw me.
Mhm.
And then, just the appearance was.
Yeah,
So do people have to call her with, we had, this happened,
well, they
had it
can
over
either call her, they can send her an email, because I'm pretty sure she's on our website. So they can send her an email, say, oh, this happened this day, plus following things in the hub and the daily news, whatever.
Yeah, she gets their sources,
Mhm.
Okay, previously, a former historian had a paragraph per subject of what
Right.
the year brought.
Yeah, well, I talked to Shane, and I may have told you, I gave her a couple of, what is it,
Yeah.
Catherine's old reports.
Yes.
And I said, these are nice. I said, they're very specific. I said, she breaks it down by area. She had weather reports in there. And she goes, oh, okay. And I said, this is how we like it because it's easier to read. I mean, it's not just, weather
Right.
or, births, deaths, that sort of thing. She was okay. So, but I know recently not to make excuses, but her husband's been in the hospital. So.
Yes, and she had troubles too, but like I said, I'd be happy to work with her
Okay, all right.
too, because it's a style I think people find more interesting.
Yeah, it's that
About the
narrative
town.
style rather than just facts and
Yeah.
facts and dates.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Now, this came in the other day also. New York State is trying to change the veterans disability rating. And apparently, is it, let me see who that. I don't know if it was Lynn, but they're trying to fight it, and it sounds like they're trying to make it more difficult. And that's another thing. Talking about assessments. With the star exemption, they're trying to do now. Julie was telling me that what they have now is they're sending out things to everybody. They're sending you a letter and telling you that you have to report income information directly to the state. Julie said normally it goes through us, and then we can look and see what's who qualifies and who doesn't. Our conclusion is the state's trying to tighten up and see how many people get disqualified so you don't get it. So I thought, yeah, forget it. So anyway, okay, because I had to do it, and I had to dig out my 2024 tax return in order to get the numbers. Luckily, I have it in the computer at TurboTax.
This is coming. This is coming from the governor.
Yeah, states. Yeah, just like the same thing before. Let me see. There's something else.
Yeah, I just read something. She did.
Okay. Well, she's supposed to do. She's supposed to do her state of the state address. Was it today? Tomorrow. Today.
So, just a little bit more detail on that. The disability rating for veterans, they're working to reduce it.
Yeah, to reduce it.
Not the rating itself.
Right, but yeah.
Qualified, right?
Yeah.
Not reduce it, but if you don't meet these qualifications, you no longer receive the same star exemption.
Yeah. See the tiny
So they're
numbers.
changing. the criteria. Yeah, okay,
and see how they're tying it all into star assumptions.
okay. Okay, good. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Jessica. Okay, all right, 9, this came in today. Beach Road burial plot. Fellow came in, while he bought a burial plot in Beach Road on the east side. Paid $400, but then he decided to move to Tennessee. So the other day we got a letter, and he wanted to know, he said he wanted to sell the plot. So I asked him, and I said, okay, I know where you could do that. How? She goes, well, I don't know if it's a state law or it's a town law, but he can't just go out and sell it somewhere. He has to sell it back to us.
I would think.
Yes, so he paid $400, and I said, all right, we'll pay him back the $400, and then we'll put it back out for sale. And she said it should be easy to resell because it's on the east side of Bates Road, which is the new section. And she said, we've been selling plots, right along. So she said that comes out, it'll probably go real fast. So we'll sell it for $400, and it becomes basically a wash sale. But just to let you know, in case you see anything out there or hear anything, this fellow wrote the letter. I've got it in there if you want to see it. It's handwritten. He said, I moved to Tennessee and I don't need this anymore. Okay. So, yeah. That's how that works. Okay, they have to sell it back to us. Yeah. And then we'll resell it. Okay. As I said, the audit's going to be here March 19th. 2 young guys. They usually take over this room for a couple of days and see what happens. I'm going to ask them about the comptrollers. I said, you know anything? I said, we have not heard anything. They told us that we hear back from September, October. They've heard a thing. So we like to think that, you did a lot right, didn't do much wrong. They couldn't find anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, we would have heard something by now.
Yeah, so anyway, all right. Now, also in the papers I gave you tonight, we have set a public hearing for, we'll set it this month for next month. Joel has the proposed water rate changes in there because the village, the town, and village of Albion are all changing the rates along with Natalie County. They're all raising the rates. So in order to keep up, and also I remember this being part of the comptroller audit, we are not allowed to lose money on water. You have to have money left over for updates, upgrades, repairs, maintenance, that sort of thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so she's worked out the rate, proposed rates. We're gonna take a look at that, like I say. If we agree, we can set the public hearing for next month, and then go from there. Okay?
That's good.
Mhm.
We'll see a copy of that. She's working in it.
Yeah, it's in her head.
It's in there.
Yeah, it's in there. In fact, she even put in there, letters from, those are the proposed rates.
Okay,
Okay, and then she was sent the letters from, Albion, town of Albion. Okay, yeah, right, they're all in there.
send it here. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Monday.
Okay, other than that, just we need an executive session to talk about contract.
So moved.
Okay. Ready? Yeah. No, we want to take a vote, whatever. We don't have a. Yeah, we don't have a.
Draw from that way.
I got criticized for that. First,